Hi everyone. Today we'll be talking about 5 key elements of creating a presentation. We are the Lazy Consultants, and if this is the first time you're visiting our channel, please do support us by hitting the subscribe button. Whether you want to create a presentation for your school or college or your profession, these tips that I'll be covering today will come in handy. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. Number one, what is your objective? Your presentation is ultimately created by working your objective backwards. Trust me, this sounds simple, but it takes time to stay focused on the topic. Let me give you a simple example. I've heard people start their presentation by stating their objective as conduct market sizing or competitor research. But these are very broad umbrellas, right? What is your comparison parameter? Is it price, feature, market? What is it? Objective should be simple, easy to understand, and preferably a one-line problem statement. So the objective of my presentation today is to develop a teaching guide explaining how to make PPTs. We have some other sample objectives listed here, like showcase how your product features are better than competition, creating a product demo for prospective clients, etc. So that's number one. What is my objective? Number two, what is my story? So now that you have established the foundation, it is time to start storyboarding, putting together the pieces of the puzzle. You know your objective and think about it as the conclusion that you want to drive home for your audience. Now, to reach this conclusion, you need to leave a trail that your audience can follow to arrive at your conclusion. This trail is nothing but your story captured on the slides. Now, I know all of this sounds great in theory, so let's see how do you practice it. So here is a live example for you, right? I wanted to explain how to create a presentation. That was my objective. So to do so, I know the 5 key areas I needed to accomplish as part of this objective, to achieve this objective, and these become my story. Observe how my storyboard looked in the beginning. So that's number two. What is your story? Moving on to number three, what is my content? Now, this is where you'll be spending most of the time, right? Be it conducting secondary research to gather data points, be it conducting interviews or floating surveys, or just summarizing your learnings of a concept. So this is where most of your effort will go in. The magic mantra here is to stick to the story titles you've put in the previous step and find content to support these titles and nothing more, right? Absolutely don't keep researching, like we call it in the industry term, boil the ocean. There's a lot of content out there and where it is very easy to lose yourself. So time box your effort. I usually fix 30 minutes per story title. If I don't find anything satisfactory in 30 minutes, I stop and reconsider the particular story title. So as you can see, storyboarding and content development will be an iterative process. And it takes a time to get a hang of it, but you keep building the skill as you go about creating presentations. So that's number three, what is my content? Moving on to number four, what is my theme or color palette? So if you've arrived at this step, believe me, you've won half the battle. By step number three, your skeleton presentation is ready, your story and content. Now you need to make your presentation pop. So you need to spend some time to select the right color palette, theme, font that will make your presentation visually appealing. And these might not be the best ways to make it pop, right? So we have a detailed video on how you can pick your color palette and play with fonts. The link to which is available in the description. Check it out if you need a refresher. So that's number four, selecting your fonts and themes. Number five, get creative. Now you have great content and themes for your PPT now. So don't hold back, right? Here are a few things I do. Number one, so kill text mercilessly. Now, presentations are supposed to be your aid in telling the story, right? They're not supposed to be clunky spaces filled with text. Plus, during the presentation, you actually want the audience to focus on what you are saying versus, just reading the slides. So keep your slides concise, remove text which can better be communicated as a voiceover, and keep it clean. Number two, maintain hygiene, right? So even with great content, you can lose the audience if your deck has jumping titles, misaligned shapes, multiple slides layout, etc. So like your story, your slide transition also has to seem very smooth and effortless, and bring in visuals. So while people vary in their usage of visuals, images, icons, but they do increase the visual appeal to and help you drive home your point, right? So do make use of images and icons on your decks. Just don't overdo it. So that's all we have today for you folks. Hope this helps, and we'll get back to you with another interesting video. Thank you.